What is up, everyone? And on today's episode of our Kings related podcast, we'll go over the thrilling Kings victory over the Utah Jazz. Cardiac Kings hit all the right notes to get the first victory of the 2025-26 season. I will go over the good, the bad, and the ugly from this game on this Friday night, and Dennis the Menace shows why Scott Perry was after him from the get-go this past summer. Let's talk about it right now on our Kings-related podcast. Let's go. Like the bean. Welcome back to another episode of our Kings-related podcast. In this post-game recap of the Sacramento Kings' dramatic one-point victory on this Friday evening over the Utah Jazz, the Kings' home opener. But before we get into tonight's recap, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. And we are also available on all audio platforms, wherever you get your podcast. Please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars. That will be much appreciated. The Cardiac Kings hit all the right notes on this Friday evening at home over the Utah Jazz to get a huge home opener to even up the record at 1-1. Just absolutely incredible. And after falling behind 6 early in this game, Sacramento, they recovered thanks to a strong offensive start. That first quarter, Zach LaVine scored 15 of the Kings' 31 points in that first. And the Kings, they shot 55% from the field and 50% from the three-point range as a team. And they led 31-24 after the first quarter. And like the shots were falling for the Kings in that first quarter. And the Jazz winning the offensive rebounding total 4-1 and points in the paint at 12-6. If you want to look at the down spot of that first quarter, but absolutely incredible by the Kings in that first quarter. At the half, the Sacramento Kings took a 3-point lead into the locker room for halftime. Zach led the way with 15 points. Quiet second quarter for him. And then you got Dennis Schroeder, who had 11 points and 2 steals in that first half. DeRozan, an overall quiet night. But at halftime, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for DeRozan at the halftime. In the third quarter, closing time, Malik Monk with a 3-ball to beat the buzzer. Kings took a 3-point lead into the final quarter with 12 minutes left. 78-75. 24 points for Zach LaVine to pace the Sacramento Kings. 14 for Malik Monk off the bench, including 4 triples from deep. Absolutely incredible. In this game, absolutely came down to the wire as Kings, again, they hosted the Utah Jazz in the home opener. And a little side note, this is the Kings' first home opening win with fans. The last win for the home opener came when there was no fans back in the pandemic. Here's some of my takeaways from tonight's game. Zach LaVine was absolutely feasting. He looked unstoppable during the preseason, and he has carried that preseason play into the regular season. And after scoring 30 points the other night in Phoenix, being dropped 31 on 10 of 18 shooting to pace the Sacramento Kings once again. He is an elite 3 level score. It's absolutely incredible. And welcome back to Domantas Sabonis, who battled through the hamstring injury in that third preseason game, sat out the last game in Phoenix against the Suns. He made his season debut tonight. And even though, for my liking, Sabonis didn't have his best game, but all it took is one game and one double-double. He got a double-double tonight, and Sabonis, he did look at a rhythm early in this game, but he did recover to post 10 points, 11 rebounds, and an assist for the Sacramento Kings, even though he did look rusty after missing over a week of action. We'll see how he does. The big key for Sabonis is, how does he feel tomorrow after playing his first game after being out with that hamstring injury? That's going to be the one thing to look for if you're Domantas Sabonis. Dennis Schroeder, he cleaned it up. As I said on the broadcast, Dennis the Menace came up with the big defensive stop to close this game out and to secure the victory for the Sacramento Kings. And Dennis, he had some solid moments in this game, but for a second straight game, he had some rough turnovers as well, especially early on in this basketball game. And the veteran finished the night with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals to go along with those 4 turnovers. Not quite great if you want to look at the turnover issue from Dennis, but his defense on the final play of the game was absolutely spectacular with a capital S. Dennis the Menace, as they called it on the telecast in the game. And the Kings fans gave a huge ovation in the arena when Malik Monk stepped onto the floor for the first time this season at home, and he rewarded this loyal fan base with an energetic 20 points, 7 of 14 shooting from the field, and 6 of 9 from the 3-ball range. He also added 2 assists in this game, 2 blocks, a huge block in that first half that led to a nice transition bucket by Zach LaVine. He also added 2 steals in this game. Great night for Malik Monk off of the Kings bench. DeMar DeRozan, quiet night offensively. Didn't have the big scoring numbers, but against a really big, huge Utah Jazz team, they had like 3 guys of 6'11", 7 feet in the starting lineup tonight. And DeRozan, he managed to finish the game with 7 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists for DeRozan in this game, and also 2 steals for DeRozan. And that's the thing. This Kings team was active on the defensive end. We'll get into that momentarily. But Keon Ellis, who only played 13 minutes in that game against the Phoenix Suns tonight, Keon Ellis, he played a grand total off the bench of 17 minutes. I would love to see the Kings find some more minutes for Keon Ellis. I believe he should be playing 20 to 25 to 30 minutes a game for this Kings team. He's one of the with Keegan out, I think he's the best defender on this team. Keon, he earned a few extra minutes in this basketball game by being a disruptor. And like DeMar DeRozan, Keon Ellis, third-year guard, didn't put up the gaudy numbers. He was all over the court. Only scored 4 points to go with 3 rebounds and 3 steals. So overall, and also the Kings, they did get out rebounded in this game by the Utah Jazz. As I look at the numbers again, 50 to 33 in the rebounding total in favor of the Utah Jazz. Offensive rebounds, the Jazz. The defensive rebounds, one also by the Utah Jazz. But if you want to look at a down spot, if you're looking at the Jazz had 19 turnovers in this game. Sacramento, 13. And a lot of those 19 turnovers by Utah caused by the Sacramento Kings defense. I think if you want to go back to that final preseason game, this is the best Kings defense I have seen a Kings team play. The defense we saw tonight is what we would see from Doug Christie when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings in those early 2000 Sacramento Kings team. It was absolutely a fresh breath, fresh air. You got Zach LaVine, who continues to impress on the defensive end, who's really bought in to the defensive standards set by Doug. DeRozan's been solid. He's been fine. We know what you're going to get from Keon Ellis. Malik Monk has some good spots defensively tonight. Just the defense as a whole, really fun from this Sacramento Kings team. And if that's the effort, what we saw tonight, if that's the effort defensively that this team's going to put on a nightly basis, they could win more games than we think in this brutal Western Conference. But some of the good, if you want to look at from this game, as Malik Monk on the post game said, the Kings close out a close battle, a solid offensive game, and a clutch putback by Sabonis late in that game. Just absolutely incredible. Some of the bad moments, the offense got a little bit sticky at times in this game. Not enough ball movement, highlighted by a single assist. Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, he led the team with 6 assists, so that's good to see, even though he had an off night. Some of the ugly things in this game, the struggles of the small ball lineup. Kings lost the rebounding total to the Jazz again, 50 to 33. They gave up 11 offensive rebounds, and the Utah Jazz, they took advantage of the second chances. Lauri Markkanen led the Jazz with 33 points. You know what Malik means in Arabic? It means king. And the king of kings, Malik Monk, is definitely the pizza guy. He led the bench in this game tonight. 50% shooting from the field. Just absolutely incredible game. Everybody that played on this floor. Isaac Jones, who missed the game the other night against the Phoenix Suns, struggled in this game. Just, I believe, played 12 minutes, 12, 14 minutes. Not a great game. Next up, Sunday at home, face the Los Angeles Lakers. 6 p.m. tip. And if you did not see what Luka Doncic did tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers, he absolutely had himself a game as the Lakers, they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Luka in this game for the Lakers, 49 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He was 16 of 19 from the free throw line, 5 of 12 from 3. Just absolutely incredible. 14 of 23 from the field, 60% from the field. Just absolutely incredible by Luka. Again, no LeBron James until maybe mid-November. And other than that, for the Lakers, Austin Reeves had 25 for the Lakers. They did not get a lot of scoring from the bench in this game if you're looking at it from a Lakers perspective. But a great night for the Sacramento Kings as they get their first win of the season. Some of the other scores as we look around the NBA, Milwaukee Bucks, they get a big win up north in Toronto. The Knicks at home beating the Boston Celtics. Boston's now 0-2. No Jason Tatum, maybe for most of this year, coming back from that Achilles. The Pistons, they get a big road win down in H-Town, even the Rockets, Houston, now 0-2 in overtime. San Antonio, they get a big road win in the Big Easy. The Clippers, they bounce back from their ugly loss the other night. They beat Phoenix in LA. Portland Trailblazers, they get their first win of the season. They beat Golden State. The Dallas Mavericks, 0-2, the surprising score of the night was Washington. They beat Dallas on the road. Miami Heat, they hammer the Memphis Grizzlies. In Memphis, Cavs, they take care of the Brooklyn Nets. And the Atlanta Hawks, in a close game. In the world of Disney, they beat the Orlando Magic by 4. But the score that matters is the Kings. The Cardiac Kings, a 1-point victory on this Friday night over the Utah Jazz. They will welcome in the Lakers on Sunday night, tip-off at 6 p.m. And we'll be back for another post-game recap following that game on Sunday night. Who is your star of the game for tonight? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. And we're also available on all audio platforms. Wherever you get podcasts, please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, and we will see you Sunday night. All Kings and Lakers. And as always, go Kings and light the beam.